Hi, my name's Josh,
And I'm Sophie.
and welcome to Cruising Kisma.
So we live on a 60-foot narrowboat called Qisma, and we currently live on the Lough Erne in Fermanagh in Northern Ireland.
And this is our first YouTube video.
Yeah, this is it.
We've been on TikTok and Instagram and a few other things for a while, but we're finally jumping on to YouTube to try it out. It's a longer form of content, so
Yeah.
if you're looking for longer form of videos, hopefully you'll find them here.
We love watching all sorts of narrowboat YouTubers, especially Cruising the Cut, Cruising Alba. There's so many.
Silver Foxes.
Silver Foxes.
A lot of inspiration.
We're ticking along very slowly so that we can speak to you guys properly without worrying about all the bendy corners. We are currently on just a day trip. It's a lovely bank holiday Monday today, 2nd of May, and
Very grey.
the sun is
A bit overcast.
trying to get out.
Yes. We just installed new solar panels. We'll talk more about our battery setup and our solar setup in future videos, but that's been really great because we can stay longer off grid. We tried to get to a mooring last night called Lough Erne for maybe about a bite to eat and a pint or two, but I think everybody else had the idea as well, because as we were coming in to the jetty, of course we were very slow. We only go about 5 knots, which is our maximum speed.
I think at the minute we're doing 2.3 knots.
Just over 2, yeah. Our maximum speed is 5, yeah. So we saw these about 5 or 6 different boats just absolutely wailing to get in. And we thought there's no chance we're getting in here tonight. And lo and behold, it was all full up. The boats were actually stacked, 2 or 3 berths each. So you win some, you lose some, and we know, because we're so big, we're so long, that we're not going to get a place very often. We made our way onto another mooring, and we had a lovely steak and some wine.
Champagne.
Champagne, yeah. We've given up by our friends, so we're using it up.
We chose to live here out of we had no control, unfortunately, because of COVID. We didn't even get to finish uni. We
graduated mid-lockdown, didn't we?
We graduated mid-lockdown in our gardens. We had to finish our degrees and our computers at home.
Yeah.
We thought that's it, the dream of living on a narrowboat is gone.
Yeah, because we were eyeing the boats, we were looking at boats all over England.
We were properly starting to think about it after university. What do we do? Where do we live? Yeah.
And then of course, I think within 48 hours we had to pack up and go home because the country was locking down and we were going to get stranded and no support. So again, that's what happened. And back then it felt like the biggest blow ever. It felt like the biggest setback, and it was a very depressing time, not gonna lie. It was
awful. It was so uncertain, and I think it was just scary for us because we weren't sure what do we do after uni. Like, we had our plan already to stay where we were at uni.
And we thought there's no way we're going to be able to live in a boat now, or a narrowboat, because narrowboats aren't really over here.
We thought they didn't exist altogether. So.
Well, there's very few of them, but over where we are, so just big cruisers. That's what people like around here.
Yeah.
That's what basically we're on a loch. We're on a very big lake, if you will, and the canal boats aren't really designed for it. So we do have to be careful when we take her out, especially on sort of windy or blustery days, because there's no keel. It's just flat bottomed. So any kind of really rough weather, and you run the risk of capsizing. Luckily we haven't done that, and we've survived our first winter.
We bought Kisma on the 7th of August in 2021 last year, so we just were at the end of a beautiful summer, and then we had to go straight into winter very quickly. So we had about 6 or 7 storms to battle through, which we did get through in the end, and Kisma was all in one piece, thank goodness. So.
And why should you subscribe to the channel compared to other narrowboat channels, which you can also subscribe to? What is our, why should you do it?
Why should you subscribe?
That's a good question. Sophie, thanks for asking. We will be sort of cruising around the lower and upper Lough Erne. Hopefully, if we get time off work and it all works out, we'll go down the south, down towards Southern Ireland. Hopefully as far as Dublin or Limerick, it would go all the way down along the Shannon and onto the Union Canal, it's called,
Grand Union
Canal.
The Dublin.
So there's a whole area of the network which you might have seen before. I know that myself, when I was doing research on YouTube, there's not a huge amount of sort of resources out there. Now there's people who do it, more for holidays than anything, if you see, but so we'll be doing a bit of that. Now, we're not continuous cruisers, we do have a permanent mooring, at the minute anyway, and we do have full-time jobs, so don't expect sort of daily videos or
Yeah,
weekly.
of course,
And then,
we would love to. I mean,
Yes.
we would love to, but
well,
unfortunately,
you never know if it gets
if
something
it
wrong.
kicks off, we might get addicted to it. Might get addicted to making content.
I was telling this to you earlier that I forget that you've moved places when you're in the boat and you just sort of walk
you
around
wake up and you open the porthole
You
and
go,
you're
"Oh,
like, oh.
somewhere different.
So it is very cool.
Yeah, that's it.
Qisma is Arabic for fate or destiny,
Yep.
which sounds very corny, but I think it was fate or destiny for us because
Yes, that's good.
tell them how we found the boat
How
in
we
the
found
first
the boat?
place.
That's a good question because, as I said, we'd sort of given up on the dream. We knew that wasn't many narrowboats about, and you know, we didn't have a lot of money for a big Dutch wide beam, which cost double the amount of a narrowboat.
Even the cost of a house. You
Oh,
know,
yeah, of course. So
they're lots and lots of money.
Exactly. So how it came about was I was just scrolling online and just going through different adverts in Gumtree and Dundale and
We got a
Facebook
bit
Marketplace.
addicted, just checking.
It was kind of a thing to do.
listings.
It was just if you had a bit of downtime, especially before I went to work, I would just scroll in different places. And I remember thinking to myself, surely there's at least one narrowboat in Northern Ireland or Ireland.
Yeah.
There has to be at least one for sale. So I went on Dundale and I found a couple different listings. And there was I think it was one or two, but they were really, really old or
There's some in the south.
Yeah, but I came across Kisma, and I remember distinctly thinking at the time, this has got to be a scam. There's no way that this is real because it was very reasonably priced for this very young boat. She was only 10, 11
She
years
was
old.
built in 2010.
Built in 2010. Very, very beautifully kept, looked after. And see, it was in Northern Ireland where you wouldn't expect it to be. So I remember thinking, there's something a bit strange about this. There's no way that this is real.
Yeah.
Did a bit more research, called the guy up who owned it, and it was real. It was the Dundale, so as where we got it from.
The Dundale, yeah.
And just down the line, we decided to go and see it. Did a bit of a test cruise, got a bit more about it, and decided this was very much something we wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then that's where it came from. So of course the previous owners named Kisma, the way she is. And
we don't intend to change it.
Yeah,
we
it's bad luck to rename a boat, but also we like the name.
Cruising Kisma has a
nice
nice ring to
nice
it.
ring to it, help us like that. For me, it came up at the right time.
Yeah.
If you just got a new job, we could work remotely. I wasn't sort of doing a huge amount of things at the time as well, so it just worked out really well, and it was slightly fate or destiny.
I think we'll share a lot more about Kisma. You'll be sick of us.
You'll be sick of hearing about us.
You will be sick of us.
You'll be unsubscribed for too long.
But yes, if you want to follow us on our other platforms, we are on TikTok, which is @CruisingKisma, all one word.
How do you spell Kisma?
Kisma is spelled Qisma,
Yes.
not Qisma. Kisma.
Yeah.
We're really excited for our YouTube journey. I think. Yeah, we've got lots to learn, lots to do, lots to share about. So we're looking forward to it.